Hello,
boys?
Rich. How are we doing today, Rich?
Oh, we're doing okay. We're doing just fine after a New England Patriots win.
Yeah, I'm feeling good. Feeling good about that game too. Hey, Raymond, what do you got on there, baby?
Poshi?
Oh, there you
Oh.
are.
I don't know if you guys can tell by the video, but I got a little ponytail going right here. You see that? Hold
I
on.
don't think it's a ponytail when it's in your front.
Well, whatever Cam does, I did that right there. See it? See
Okay.
this little thing? See this?
This, you mean? This?
You guys are riding high on the Cam train today, aren't you?
Hey,
Good
how many
debut.
interceptions? How many interceptions did he throw today? Asking for a friend.
It's a good debut, that's for sure. That's what we needed.
You don't have any friends, right? We're your only friends, and we didn't ask you.
Yeah, I didn't ask you either, but the
Okay.
answer is 0.
Oh, thank you, Bill.
You're welcome.
Thank you. God, I hate you guys.
You're such a cunt.
Yeah.
You're such a fucking little silent cunt. Just rub it in everyone's nose, and then everything that goes wrong for you, just quiet.
What do you mean?
And Cam
What
gets
am-
a touchdown.
I abstained from that argument.
And he's fucking sending me dab videos. Like, now you're trying to get me to root against the New England Patriots so your take can be more right than my take. The definition of cunt is Raymond Dr. Big Mac, bottom of the totem pole of dumb. Welcome to the Simple Mind Sports Show, Monday headlines, September
14th.
14th.
Jesus Christ, Rich.
Sorry. Here we go.
Oh, wow. Little off on that one today.
Yeah, well, it's Merry Christmas, Merry Football Christmas. It's the first Sunday
holiday.
NFL game.
What
This
a
should be
great
a
day.
national holiday. It's bullshit, it's not.
Doing some housework around the house before game start. Might as well crack a beer if you're gonna do yard work, housework. So then you follow that up right into 2 dozen wings. You got to wash those down with beer. You got the games after. You got Patriots followed up with Brady Breeze. It's a lucid afternoon. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I just actually cracking open my first beer now.
Okay.
It was
Yeah,
I
okay. Okay, squinty eyes.
swear to God, it's been a
Billy
rough
Squints.
It's been a rough weekend, an exciting weekend. So I've taken today to recover. I was really drunk last night, so I figured I'll just recover today and start drinking now.
Yeah, if any listeners are middle-aged or under that have any interest in watching grown overweight men play stupid college drinking games, follow Billy Badwards on Facebook
or Instagram.
or Instagram. Everything that a parent tells their kids not to do when going to college, as in spreading what their stupid fucking behavior on social media. Bill's been all over that the last however fucking long you've been doing.
Yeah.
shit
Friday was
forever.
a bang. Friday was a bang too. But then I never realized how shitty Colt 45s taste until they're duct taped to your hands.
Yeah, you got an extra layer of malt on there, I think.
Oh yeah, I had the butt mud waking up this morning just strictly from that.
Oh yeah, I think it's mud butt, but either way,
Same thing.
you're working backwards, and that's fine. Cam Newton led your New England Patriots to a 21-11 victory today, cleaning the sweep or the spread. Sorry. Look, it to me started off a little slow. I thought that walking into this game, the offense was going to look clunky, going to look slow. I thought defense needed to show up. That's what we had discussed on previous shows, and it wasn't that far off. The offense didn't look as clunky as I thought it was going to, but at the end of the day, you got 7 points at the first half. I mean, it was like watching fucking Army offense, and it didn't change that much in the second half, but they got things clicking. But their defense looked solid. I mean, their defense looked stout, looked ready to go. 7-3 going into half. Obviously, Cam with his first touchdown as a New England Patriot, running it in there on the option sweep, I guess you could call it. And he didn't dab. I think
He did the Wakanda.
He did the Wakanda Forever for about 12 seconds to the fans with the stands with nobody in them, and then finally turned around and celebrated with his teammates. But yeah, like I said, I thought the defense was active. Changing moment for me was that Harry fumble.
Mhm.
No, that could have been a game changer, but
Could have been an absolute game changer. I thought that the Patriots bounced back both defensively and offensively. Although the defense let them go down and get a touchdown, but bad penalty on your boy Stephon Gilmore. And
deserved call.
Yeah, absolutely. Secondary looked a little weak there, but then Cam and the offense came back down and scored a touchdown. I thought that was big for him, big for a new offense to be able to bounce back like that after an unforced error on Harry. Did he get back in the game? I didn't know.
I didn't see him.
He didn't catch any. I know he didn't catch
any.
any, but I don't know if he got back in or not.
He did have 5 catches on the day, but
He's almost
Yeah.
got more than he had last season. He had 12
Yeah.
last year.
that's bad. Bills teaches you not to stretch out like that. You were going to score anyways, dude. Tuck that ball in and you're going to score a touchdown. If not, you're at the fucking 1 yard line and you're going to score the next play. And that's
Yep.
it. The game would have been over. And
He al-
instead, you give up a fucking long touchdown drive. It's like,
Yep.
come on.
Yeah, anybody against that's going to be my biggest takeaway. But anybody against Miami, you probably don't get away with that with a win. I thought that obviously the interception with J.C. Jackson seals the game. Probably should have been a penalty.
Could have
call
been
on that, to be honest.
yeah.
With you. But then this is the Cam Newton difference is stuff that we haven't seen before. That Cam Newton run to actually seal the game. I think it was on second down. Just bullied over some fucking guys for the first down. Kneel it, you're done. That's stuff that we haven't seen. That was kind of fun. I texted you guys too. I think it was might have even just been a second down, but they ran play action, tried to get Bird deep. They had him. He had him, but he just decided to take off. He got 11 yards, barely even running. So
Yeah, that Bird one would have been a touchdown too.
Yeah. So the difference there, I think, is Brady probably hits Bird for a touchdown, but Cam runs at 11 yards and you're on to the next play. It's just those are the things that stuck out to me. What about you guys? What was the biggest thing that stood out to you, including Cam or anything other than that?
Go ahead, Ray.
Yeah, definitely Cam Newton, 15 for 19, 155 yards, only 2 sacks. I mean, he looked good scrambling. He had the most rushing yards for a Patriot since 77, the most overrated quarterback, Steve Grogan, I believe, Bill, right?
That's right, baby.
But the team had 217 rushing yards as a team today. I mean, that's huge. You didn't see that in the Brady era over here at all. And the defense, I mean, they held them under 200 yards passing, under 100 yards rushing, and 3 interceptions. I mean, that's a great day for the defense. So even though it was the first day, it looked like preseason, though. That's what the field felt like to me. It was like a preseason game.
Yeah, a little bit. How about you, Bill? What stood out?
Definitely Cam Newton, and the fact that he had 15 carries for 75 yards and 2 touchdowns. He's your leading rusher in the game,
Yep.
right? I mean, that we've never seen it in our lifetime, honestly. You're seeing your quarterback being the leading rusher, but you saw on that was a 4th down and 1.
Our lifetime. Rich
Our
and I's
lifetime. Sorry,
mine.
but you saw it again. You saw it on 4th down when they brought him out of the shotgun and he just ran it right in.
Yeah,
For
they just
first
let
down.
him
That's what you're seeing. You're seeing design runs, and when it's not there, you're extending the drives a little bit. And you saw where he could scramble out. You just mentioned the Bird play. Yeah, he ran up for it. The pocket broke down. He ran for 11 yards. Brady does that once every few weeks. Cam's doing that. He did it regularly today, and that's you're going to see. You're seeing a different side of this offense that we've never seen, and I think it gives Josh McDaniels more flexibility. When Sony Michel, I don't think looked awesome today. I think he started a little bit
fine.
early.
You got a third and 1.
Nothing spectacular. Burkhead, I thought, ran okay, but then when Cam Newton's firing like this, when he's healthy, there's no better option for this team than him running the football.
Yeah, I mean, he looked good. The RPOs look good. They were executed very, very well. It's obviously, the main thing that they were working on in the truncated or the training camp that they had to deal with, obviously with COVID and everything going on. That's the story to me. And we're going to dive into this a little deeper on the Tuesday show. Fat Tuesdays brought to you by Wild Basin will be coming out, and we'll get a little bit deeper into this Patriots game and exactly kind of what went down. Because when you say scrambling, Ray, and he looked good scrambling, I don't know if he did look good scrambling. I think he looked good on designed runs and when they set up for him to run, but he had 2 bad sacks that he
fell down. He wasn't even touched. Did he just give up, or did he just?
I think he just went down.
I think he just went down.
I'm kind of okay with that.
I'm fine with that. Brady does the same shit.
There was some plays even on the design runs. That touchdown play, a couple going for the 3rd down where he's taking those big hits, the big hits that ding him up and knock him out of games going later in the year, and just affect him later in the year. That they got to knock that shit out of him, man.
Second touchdown run, Rich, where he got popped.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say too. Yeah.
Even the run to seal the game, he got popped on. He got sandwiched hit and fell on his shoulder. He does he does a good job falling on his left shoulder.
Yeah.
You don't see him fall too much on his right shoulder, but like I don't know. He's a 31-year-old quarterback that's done this his entire career. Can you teach an old dog new tricks? I'm not sure, but that stood out to me watching that. That we know in a Bill Belichick team that week one is not. You're not going to see the same shit in week 1 that you see in week 10. They will continue to develop this offense, and I hope that they continue to develop it where, you can start to design some more passing plays and you don't have to rely on Cam Newton's biggest strength, which is running. That being said, it was the biggest question mark rolling into this. Is he healthy enough? Back to old Cam. Can he do what he used to do? Looks like he can do it.
Looks like he can do it,
yeah. So that was big to me.
And one more thing real quick. You talk about big hits. Remember, right before Sony Michel's 1-yard touchdown run, he carried 10 guys into the end zone.
Mm-hmm.
His guys and our guys too. So it's like, this is the shit we need to avoid. I'd rather see him just go down. I don't mind, you're trying to extend the play and go for extra yardage, but this is why it's a long haul. You're not going to play fucking 16 games. You would keep taking hits like that after today.
No.
You know what I mean?
Live to play another day.
Yep.
If that's a big fourth down that he got, if that's that fourth down play, sure. Fourth quarter, close game. If you got to go get it, go get it. But, anything other than that, I would just like to see him go down because I think without him,
This team is fucked.
In terms of offensively, defensively, which is my point, Ray, I want yours here too. The keys to the game, I thought was defense. I mean, running the ball, yes, but the point is they controlled the game. They controlled the pace of the game. Bill, you and I thought they were going to get run over. They didn't. I think Miami maybe cracked 100 yards total. They might even been under
87 total yards.
Yeah, and so there was because they had some big tackle for losses there too. Got to the quarterback once. I mean, Fitzpatrick was turned into a fucking pumpkin. You knew you weren't going to get Week 17 Fitzpatrick. This is who Ryan Fitzpatrick is. You can make some amazing tight throws that we saw, and then you can throw 3 of the worst interceptions that you've ever seen. His interceptions, well, the last one wasn't really his fault, but
I don't think the first one is either because the receiver fell and Gilmore was just standing right there. He slipped coming out of his break, and then Gilmore was just cherry picking it.
The second one was fucking terrible.
I didn't see it. I had to text you. I was like, I flipped the red zone. I was like, dude, how the fuck did they just get the ball back?
The second one, he tried to get a deep slant going, and Adrian Phillips was quarterback spying him and just.
You also noticed the Patriots had 4 timeouts in the first half.
They took one away.
I know, but it seemed like they got an extra timeout. I was like, what the fuck's going on?
Well, they took a stupid fucking timeout. They took a timeout before the end of the first quarter, and then they came out and let the clock.
Well, it's because they're saying Cam didn't know what was going on. He was running the wrong play.
So then why didn't they just let the clock run out to the end of the quarter?
Didn't they? No, because they said
might have reset the.
What was it? Jim Nantz and Tony Romo said it was something to do with the wind, I guess. He wanted to kick.
But Bill, they took a timeout with 25 seconds left in the quarter, and then when they came back out, they just let the clock run.
Yeah, I don't understand that. I don't know how do you.
I think it was just a bad clock management. Whoever called that timeout should not have called that timeout.
It was McDaniels.
Didn't hurt him.
No, it didn't.
Anything else? Do you guys have anything else in terms of keys to the game?
3rd and short, we're converting. I mean, cool. we didn't do that last year at all. We haven't seen that in a while, and today you saw it. Even in the red zone, when Cam scrambled for that 11-yard touchdown, you didn't see that before. We were never running from the 11 yards out. So it's refreshing to see that. I mean, a lot of people are saying, I can't watch this boring, slow-paced game because all they're doing is run. It's refreshing to see a team that can actually run the ball like that.
Well, I'll say this. First of all, that 3rd and 1 that Sony got, I just went, fuck, your day's good. You're done. You can go sit on the bench, Sony. You got a 3rd and 1?
Yeah, you're good. That's an A+.
Improvement. That's improvement from 19 to 20, Sony. Well done. Get back in the gym, work on those squats. But that first half, watching that, if we got the same offense from the Patriots in the second half that we got in the first half, we would not be having the same conversation. The second half offense was not completely different, but they came out and they play action their asses off, and they got big chunk plays. They were slipping in slants when they started stacking. When Miami started stacking the box, Edelman came in there big. That's when Harry got 3 or 4 of his just quick little one-on-one slants that he can use his body. They tried to take a couple shots, play action. I can watch that offense all day long. That's 2001, 2003, 2004 New England Patriots. I love that offense. Mm-hmm. That first half, no. Nope.
Yeah, don't forget though, Edelman had a real bad drop that was going to set him up in field goal range too. So
They
I mean,
did.
that could have been a way different outcome of that game if he makes that catch, because you're putting more than likely you're putting points up there, unless Nick Folk bleed down his leg, which is clearly happening. So I'm hoping for the Nazi kicker next week. So we'll see you there.
Anything 40 plus, you
I'm
can't
actually-
rely on kicking.
I'm going down to Foxborough and trying out. I think I'm going to try out for kicker.
Good luck, you fat
Oh.
fuck.
You
Stretch
have
the
to be
groin,
athletic
Ray.
to be fucking kicking.
Stretch the groin, Ray. Stretch
yeah.
it good.
Always.
Stretch it good.
No, but one more key though.
Three or
Chase
four.
Winovich, dude. Chase Winovich was,
Yeah.
I think, was a stud today. He didn't get the sacks, but I think he had 3 tackles for a loss in the backfield, and he put consistent pressure on Fitzpatrick all day. So I mean, that's what you want to see in that second year jump. And then linebackers, Bentley looked okay, only had 3 tackles, but 2 for a loss. So I mean, you want to see a little bit more out of there, but
Well, look at you can't go anything interior front 7 on the New England Patriots. You can't look at the stats and determine.
yeah, no, I know that. Yeah,
So I thought Bentley did a good job doing what he needed to do. He clogged up holes. He filled gaps the way he needed to. Winovich is your new Van Noy. Ninkovich, that guy that plays the end. That's Chase Winovich. Get used to seeing him because he's going to be a big player for you this year. And I thought we'll get more into the individual there stuff on Fat Tuesday. Listen up, listeners. But good win, man. Good win. This is I don't know if I tweeted this or not, but this win means a hell of a lot less than if they lost.
yep.
Yep. I don't know what we learned. What we learned was Cam Newton looks healthy, strong, and ready to play, and the defense looks inept. Other than that, not inept. I'm sorry. Ready to play, whatever you want to call it. Other than that, I don't know. The Miami Dolphins suck. They're going to suck. They're going to fucking blow.
Yeah. When's Tua going to get on the field is the question now.
Yeah, it's probably with it before Game 5. But I like seeing JoJo Williams play too. He's playing a lot of that chung role. They had Adrian Phillips up there too. You saw a little bit. I don't even think you saw much of Duggard in there. It was more of and then who's that other guy? I forget his name. The guy safety we had last year. I forget his name, but he played a lot in the
Terrence
box
Brooks.
too. Terrence Brooks, yeah, he played a lot in the box too. So I mean, you saw Williams make a couple good defensive plays, but I mean that's what you want to see. The strength of the team's the secondary. I thought J.C. Jackson played very, very well.
Yeah.
But you got to remember too, Devontae Parker went out early in the second half.
Yeah.
He never came back, and then Julian Edelman went out after that big hit, tried the foul, personal foul out of bounds. You never saw him in the field again. So I don't know if he talked after the game, but it's something that he was on the injury report a lot this week too.
He's
so
going to be dinged up
He'll-
all year. This
yeah,
might
and
be his
that's-
last
dude,
year. His knees
he's
don't
gotta
fucking
be.
exist anymore, man. Like
Yeah.
every time he gets
Shoulder,
a
too.
lower body hit, it's like he's grimacing. He made a couple big catches for him. He did have that big drop. He's due for a big drop every fucking game at this point. But
yeah, I got breaking news too.
we'll get into that a little bit more. We have breaking news in the Simple Mind Sports Show. That's your Patriots talk. We'll get back to that on Fat Tuesday. What's your breaking news here, Bill?
Tom Brady just threw Brady pick 6, 24/7 Tampa Bay, 24/7 New Orleans.
I gotta say, we're recording this now as Tampa plays the Saints. Saints have really just taken control of this game in the second half. It doesn't I don't know what the reaction is to seeing Tom Brady in a Bucs jersey. It's almost like watching him in a
so
Pro Bowl.
weird. It really is so weird. It looks
Like, I
like a Pro Bowl jersey. You're
It's
right.
like seeing your ex-girlfriend on a date with a new guy who has more money and is driving the Ferrari. But now
I don't
it's-
even feel
now,
that way.
Wait,
I don't
now-
feel that way. He's
hold on,
dead to me.
Hold on. Now seeing him play like shit, you realize he has an STD and just got her an STD, and now you're happy and you're like, yeah, buddy, fucking keep it going.
Bill can relate, but no, I don't feel like I honestly don't. I just have this like, God, that just like that looks. I don't know. That looks
weird. Yeah.
But I'm not like picturing him in a Patriots jersey. It's just like he's at a Pro Bowl or something. And like the game doesn't fucking count or something. It's just like this doesn't seem that right. And when every time he goes back to, I had this little thing pop in my head today. I don't think there's a player and maybe this isn't a revolution, but I don't think there's a player in Boston that I've ever watched that is more enjoyable to watch play their sport than Tom Brady. Like even in a Bucs jersey, you walk him go back there and just survey the field, and just the way he throws the fucking ball. I texted you that today. Like watching Cam throw the balls, like, oh God, you fucking suck at throwing the ball. And then you go back and watch Brady. It's like Mona Lisa. It's like Da Vinci painting. Like it's just so fucking pretty to watch. And then he has a shitty game. And I'm like, okay, good.
Yeah, Brady who? Fuck you. You're dead to me, bitch.
There is a little bit of that. It's not jealousy. It's just spite. There's just rage and spite.
I'm on my way to going 4-0 so far on the pick. I'm just FYI.
Boy. All right, boys, we gotta bust through here. So I had NFL news and notes, but you know what? We're not even at the end of week one. Maybe we'll touch on this later in the week. Let me just run through quickly if anything jumps out to you. Phillip Rivers, deja vu. He fucked up in the fourth quarter again. New team. Same
Yeah,
thing.
thanks for losing my parlay, you cunt.
Jets are putrid. They will be nothing this year per usual. Bears with a big comeback win. Aaron Rodgers has not laid down and died. He is back to play. He's going to have a nice year this year. The Eagles, your Eagles, Ray, they fucking suck. They lost to the R words, to the
R words.
Football team, Washington football. However, they literally don't even have a team name, and they couldn't beat them. And then obviously we touched on Brady. Maybe we'll do some more NFL stuff later this week, but we have to get to, because we haven't touched on this yet, we have to get to Friday night, man. This is the biggest part of the whole damn weekend. Game 7, Celtics Raptors. They got the win. Holy shit.
Got the win, baby.
What a game.
I was literally breathless and speechless by the end of that. I thought my wife was going to either have a heart attack or give me one. The amount of screaming and just how tense I was. I don't even think I drank through the whole game. I was just
really? Oh, shit.
No, I drank a shitload. I don't remember.
We were really fucking drunk over here.
That was a fun series. That was a fun game. There's nothing like a game 7 in sports with your team involved in a close matchup. Just
back and forth, back and forth, back and forth.
Shit. So obviously everyone knows what's happened by now. So let's just get into, some of the reactions. The Celtics got up to another early lead. It wasn't as dominant as the game 6, but as soon as the Raptors started to make that comeback in the second, every possession started to feel like the game was on the line.
Yeah.
And I got very, very, very nervous. The one play that turned it around for me was, you guys will remember this, Marcus Smart outran, I think it was Lowry and Van Fleet, and basically split them to get a loose ball, and then went down to the end and got a layup. I was like, okay, I got a little feeling here. I think they have it. Can they capture it and do it? And tactically, when they started getting turnovers in the middle of the second off the Raptors, when they, whatever Brad Stevens did to their defense, it worked, because they were getting turnovers left and goddamn right. And that transition offense was basically all they had going for them for a good stretch of that game, and it kept them in the game. I think they had over 30 points off turnovers. It was absolutely the key to the game, in my opinion. But that play by Smart was kind of the momentum play going into half. They were able to get a 4-point lead going into half after losing their lead. That was fucking huge to me.
And I think it won me some money, didn't it, Ray? You were my bookkeeper? Yes. Yeah, it did. Yeah. Okay, thanks.
I was at King's Landing for the Celtics game.
Yeah, we watched the game together at a lit party. Friday was a weird night.
Yeah, we don't have to get into that, Bill.
Nope.
Why don't you give me start with the first half, or go as whatever you want. Keys to the game, things that stuck out. Let's just have a round table reaction to the Game 7 win, obviously, as we're now 3 days away when this gets released.
Brad Stevens, I thought, was one of the biggest keys of the game. I'm going to tell you why. Four out of your 5 starters played him 43 or 44 minutes. He let the guys play. The only guy that didn't was Daniel Tice, played 23 minutes because he was in foul trouble and fouled out. But dude, very minimal rest. They all play the same amount of minutes. You only saw 9 guys come out total. Wanamaker, the Williams brothers, and Ojale. And Williams played 17 minutes. He was the most off the bench, but that was Time Lord. Yeah, sorry. You saw that because you saw Grant Williams miss 2 fucking late free throws to go up, right?
But Bill, not to interrupt you, Grant Williams in his 7 minutes were 7.
No, I know, and I think even Wanamaker didn't look good. Marcus Smart was.
I thought he sucked.
Marcus, I'm coming around on Wanamaker. No, I hate him. I don't hate him as much as I used to. He's grown on me, but I think Marcus Smart was your best player of that game. You saw, what was it, 30 seconds left in that game? You saw Tatum drive to the hoop, bad miss off the miss, and then you saw Marcus Smart with the fucking play of the game, block it when you're up 2. Block it. That's a layup right there. Now you get the ball and you're going the other way. You win the game by 5. I mean, that's it. He's your best player. I mean, the stats won't show it, but he's the heart and soul of your team. And you saw it last night, making big time plays late in the game.
Yeah, I mean, the stats even do bear it out a little bit. 16.6 assists, 2 rebounds for Marcus Smart. I don't have his steals there, but obviously even if you just had the 1 block.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Your Patriots have a fellow. And don't forget Jason Tatum too. 29, 14, and 7. I mean, you saw a big time performance from a big time player. You know, that's what you need in a game 7.
Well, I think most people, Ray, are going to have Jason Tatum as their number 1 player in this game because of the way that he performed. And as what you guys would call a Tatum hater, I'm not a Tatum hater. I just don't think he's a superstar. And I don't even think this game, I don't think he played like a superstar. I think he had a really, really good game and a really big moment, and that's huge for the Boston Celtics. And he's had 3 Game 7s in the playoffs as a very young player, and every single one of them, he's played he's performed pretty well. I will say this about Jason Tatum to continue my point: 3 missed free throws in the fourth quarter.
Yep.
Another bad turnover in the fourth quarter, got his pocket picked again. That layup going to the lane that led to the Smart drive could have been an absolute game changer, but if the Smart block was the biggest play in the game, the second biggest play of the game was his offensive rebound off those Williams misses, and then 2 free throws. Yep. I'm sorry, 1 big free throw because he missed one of those free throws.
The first one.
Keep it a 3-point game. So Ray, I think Smart was the best player of the game, but I think Jason Tatum was the best player on the court, if that makes sense. I think that skill wise and being able to score when he wanted to, and he asserted himself early and often. Yeah. That he was. 1A, 1B, the key to the game of the win. Well, where do you put? What were your reactions to the game? 7.
So the key to the game, I thought, was the third quarter. I mean, the Celtics got blown out, lost the lead every game this series, except for 1, I believe. I think it was.
Oh, every game.
Was it every game?
They've lost every game this postseason.
Okay, so they came out
the whole season. I'm pretty sure they've lost every third quarter of the entire season.
So I think they lost this quarter by 1 or 3. But they still came out and played like it was the fourth quarter, like they had to win it because they know that if they came out and lost that going into the fourth, the momentum's gone. So I think
they still
came
had
out,
the lead too.
Yeah, they were up by 1 going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
So I think they lost the quarter by 3 points, but they came into the fourth quarter with 1 point. If that makes any sense to you?
Yeah, they were up 4 going into half. They lost the quarter by 3, so they go into the fourth up by 1.
Yeah,
that's just math, Rain Man. Those are numbers. You're into that.
Yeah. The best player on the court, Marcus Smart. He did stuff that you won't see on the stat sheets. The defense was just phenomenal. The heart, the drive, everything. Like, he was going out there like this was it. You need a win, and it showed. And he played great.
Here's what I'll say. Keys to the game, if I can be cynical for a sec. Kyle Lowry didn't hit the dagger threes.
Nope.
If Kyle Lowry played the way Kyle Lowry played in Game 7, if he played that way in Game 6, Celtics win in Game 6.
Yep.
Kyle Lowry hit absolute, unbelievable, superstar, all-star championship shots in Game 6 that he simply didn't hit in Game 7. If that's because of the Celtics defense and some adjustments they've made, you basketball nerds can come out and tell us that. But didn't look like that to me. Just like Game 6, he was hitting contested fucking shots from 34 foot deep. And he didn't this game. He still made good plays. I mean, he was getting to the rack. He made some, I think, 3 big plays at the hoop in the fourth quarter, a couple and ones. One of them to tie it up, I'm pretty sure. So he kept him in the game. What a fucking gutty little dump of a player Kyle Lowry is.
Isn't he hateable, though?
Van Fleet, too.
Hateable.
Van Fleet kept him in that game, too, for long stretches in the second half. He was their best player, my boy.
Yeah, where's he going next year, Bill?
There's Max Van Fleet.
Max Van Fleet.
He's going to he's going to the
Timberwolves. Max deal.
He's going to the Timberwolves to lead him to mediocrity again.
Yeah,
that's fine. It's a max deal. Then I'll be right, bitch.
I think that whole thing is the difference between the Boston Celtics and the Toronto Raptors, and hopefully the Celtics just in this series took that next leap in level to that point. What I mean by that is even the announcers the whole game, they were, or towards the end of the game were saying, look, it feels like the Celtics should be dominating. It feels like the Celtics should be running away with this, and the Raptors just hang on and hang on and hang on. And that's credit to them. I mean, that's the type of team they've been for years, probably because of Lowry and the type of mentality that he puts into that team. But that was the difference in that series, and you're about to see a team in Miami that has the same damn identity with Jimmy Butler as their leader. So hopefully the Celtics have learned something from that and can, I don't know, adapt or learn when to put their foot on the neck of their opponent and put the gas down and make the plays that they need to make when they need to make them, and not blow 12-point leads constantly, that would be one of my takeaways from this. And hopefully, walking into the Heat series, they can learn from that.
And hopefully this is the monkey off their back. The narrative has been this team can't win. This team can't win. Well, you just saw him win a fucking gutsy Game 7. It wasn't a blowout. It was a hard fought win. You won by 5, but it was a back and forth fourth quarter. You saw the balls of this team, and this is what we need to see going forward. That you have a shot. You're going to the finals. I mean, we're all going to pick the Celtics against Miami, but you're seeing it. Anything can happen in this bubble, and you're seeing right now what you're. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum led you that last night outside of Marcus Smart. You saw both of those guys play over 40 minutes. What we need, Kemba needs to be better, though. I thought he was terrible the whole series for 7 games. And he was good game 1, maybe game 2, but I think he's been nothing since then. I don't know if it was, the stupid box 1 defense that they were trying to shut him down with, but we're going to need him, so let's see. And,
my take on Kemba. The nurse that fucking
nerd.
Talk about hateable.
Oh yeah,
Nick Nurse is one of the douchiest dudes on.
If I'm the cunt, if you look in the dictionary, I'm a cunt. He's 1B. He's
1A. He's 1A.
Yeah, he got
Thanks,
you beat
guys.
there, Totem Pole.
Yeah. I
was
was
bad. That was for show earlier, Ray.
Oh, all right. I'm just saying. I'm just probably trying to show you guys where he lands.
Here's the deal with Kemba. They designed their defenses to stop Kemba, rightfully so, because Jason Tatum is not a superstar, and I think Kemba is closer to that because of his skill set. That being said, he's not big enough to handle the type of pressure that they put on him. Also, here's the biggest difference maker. Kyle Lowry and Fred VanVleet are ballers, man. Kyle Lowry is a dog. Defensively, he is an absolute beast. Fred VanVleet doesn't get enough credit for that as well. And then a smaller guy like Tatum, Kemba, Fred VanVleet did enough work on him. Also, I read an article that basically the Raptors were getting away with defensive 3 seconds constantly because the refs can't call it every time, similar to offensive holding in football. So they were stacking the lane, which is Kemba's bread and butter. They were rushing him off those pick and roll 3-pointers, which is his second bread and butter. So the game was designed to stop Kemba Walker, and they had the personnel to do it. Miami doesn't. Frankly, they don't. They got 2 white Euros as their 2 starting guards, and Kemba's going to eat those dudes up. Watch. Kemba's going to have a huge series. He's going to eat those guys up, unless his struggles are related to his shitty knee. And in that case, all bets are off. Who knows what we're going to get. But I don't think they are. Honestly, I don't think they are. I think that was more Toronto and more Kemba trying to figure out where he could be most effective. And he thought it was passing when really we needed some of his scoring. And I thought with all that being said, and as badly as he was shooting, he had 3 huge shots in the fourth quarter. A big N1 with 4 minutes left, momentum changer. He got his shot off again in the fourth, and then he made the dump off to Grant Williams that fouled out Kyle Lowry that led to the offensive rebound by Tatum. So even as bad as he played, Brad Stevens still gave him the ball with 30 seconds left to go make a play, and he did. So I think against the Heat, he's going to have a monster series.
Yeah, and don't forget, we got one Mr. Glass reportedly coming back as well. So, I mean, that's another huge boost, and let's hope he's coming off the bench. I think he's going to be best served coming off the bench, but he's not going to play Tuesday, but
you don't think so?
Fucking
no, I don't think
Bill.
so.
Fucking producer Bill.
Gordon Glass. No, that's fine. That's fine. That was nice. That was a nice little segue there. Gordon Glass is obviously back in the bubble and has had 2 shoot-arounds with the Celtics, been on the court. You don't think he's playing Tuesday, Bill, right? You think we see Glass Gordon on Tuesday?
Yep, 100%.
I'm with you.
You think so?
Yep. They said he's ahead of schedule on Game 7 when they were playing. You might not
I knew
remember
he's
that.
heard his schedule. Yeah,
you might not remember that because you weren't really coherent on Friday, but yeah.
I had 7 vodkas. I had 7 vodkas at Dave & Buster's before I got home.
Yeah, I know. You told me about 20 times.
I was really fucking drunk.
Yeah,
really,
I'm with you, Ray. I think he's biting at nipping at the fuck. I can't finish either.
Nipping at the bud. The butt.
Okay, fine.
Something. I don't fucking know.
I think he's ready to play. I think he's ready to, or at least close to ready to play. I think that I think they're itching to get him in there. I think they're going to come off the bench on limited minutes. And I hope Brad Stevens has learned not to take anything, and I hope this team has learned from this Raptors series not to take anything for granted and don't say, well, it's just game one. We're going to hold him back so he doesn't get a sack back. No. This is game 1 of 4 that you need to win. That's it.
Yep.
You only get 7 chances to win 4. You got to go win game 1. This is your goal. It doesn't matter what the rest of the
Statement
series.
game.
So if Gordon Hayward can run and cut and shoot, he's playing. And he might be a defensive liability, and you have to see what he looks like on the court in real time. And if that's the case, play him 7 minutes and don't put him back in there and go back to your regular rotation. But
Just get him his feet wet. I get.
Yeah,
I'll
get him
do
in.
that.
Get him in there. Get some sweat going.
Yeah.
You know, as
But
much as
and
we
the-
shit on him for Gordon Glass, he's a difference maker, dude. He's
Yeah,
an
yeah.
all-star player.
I think he should be the 6th man off the bench. Like you said, give him 7-8 minutes,
Yep.
see how he does, see how the ankle is. If he looks all right, keep him going in the rotation. If not, then take him out. Like you said, Rich, regular rotation.
I mean, the way Marcus Smart's playing this fucking postseason, like you cannot
you
put
gotta
him
keep
back
him
to the
starting.
bench.
No.
He's better. He's more useful in the starting rotation than he is as a 6 man, in my opinion. I'd rather see Hayward come off the bench more because it adds more scoring to the bench because Hayward's a better scorer than Marcus Smart is. So I
Well,
think
Sorry to
Go ahead.
interrupt you, Bill. It's about facilitation. You see this, they don't have a backup point guard.
Mhm.
So I don't care who starts. I know that it matters to a lot of people. The bigger thing is finishing, and they still have too many guys to finish. But because you got to sit one of them. You got to sit. But we said this before. Game 6, you sit Kemba and you put Hayward out there.
you win the game.
And you probably win the game or at least come closer, right? So, Brad, that's on Brad Stevens, but he's shown me, your point, Bill, biggest key to the game. He's shown us that he knows now how to limit his bench, let your guys play. He let them play for 50-plus minutes in that double overtime game. He's not
And
going
then
to
back
stop that.
with
He's not
over
going to
40.
stop that now.
Yep.
So being able to have Gordon Hayward instead of Brad Wanamaker run a second unit offensively and
Huge.
have either Jalen or Tatum or Kemba or a secondary scorer out there and Hayward running the show and being your facilitator instead of Kemba and have Marcus Smart be your starting point guard essentially, because I think Smart and Hayward are better facilitators than Kemba. Kemba's a terrific offensive player, just not an offensive runner.
Yeah, I'd rather have Marcus Smart bring the ball up the court than Kemba any day of the week.
Yeah,
And I
so just,
hate
just in
Marcus
terms of
Smart.
setting an offense, finding the guy, getting things in motion, being a point guard, being a Rajon Rondo, I like that skill set out of Marcus Smart, then Hayward, then Kemba. They can all do it, but having another guy to be able to do that with a quote-unquote second unit in Hayward off the bench, absolute game changer for the Celtics. I hope we see him on Tuesday. I think we will. Some more NBA news and notes. Bye-bye, James Harden, the biggest fucking
Bye-bye.
loser in the NBA, never winning anything. I've never been more happy to be more right about anything in my life. James Harden will never win an NBA championship in his life. The first thing he said after the game was, I think we need another piece. Fuck you, James Harden. They got you fucking Westbrook, who's the most dynamic player in the NBA. You losing 5 to the Lakers. How do the Lakers look now, Ray? Do you think LeBron's on a mission? Rockets
Bye-bye,
in
Dan
5?
and Tony, too. He's out.
Yeah.
Hey,
Bye-bye.
you skipped our predictions for the Eastern Conference Finals.
Okay, Celtics in 6.
Bill?
Celtics in 6.
This is the first time this playoffs Bill has picked the Celtics. So, listeners, if they lose,
I picked against Philly. Did
no,
I?
you picked Philly. So,
picked
listeners,
pick Philly?
if we lose, please email us at simplemindsportshow@gmail.com and give us your hate mail to one Billy Trash Can because this little dink is picking the Celtics.
You want to change
I
your
did
pick, Trash
not.
Can? You want
I
to
did not.
You want to change your pick,
I
Trash Can?
picked them over Philly.
No,
Come
you
on.
didn't. You picked Philly.
You picked Philly.
Fuck.
And
fine.
then when they-
Miami in 7.
Thank you.
Miami in 7.
Okay. This has been the Simple Mind Sports Show, Monday headline, September 21st. No, the 14th. Sorry. See you next time.
Celtics in 6. Yeah.
You have to believe so, but who fucking knows? I still don't really. I trust them more. I don't trust them completely.
Yeah.
Jason Tatum showed me something in that game.
Who's gonna guard Jimmy Butler?
Marcus Smart. Marcus
yeah.
Smart. He's your best
not a-
defender. He's all NBA first team defender. You put him
Dragic
right on.
kills this team.
He's fast.
Dragic absolutely kills this team.
What's
and so
that
does
other guy?
Adebayo.
Audubon, the German Audubon guy. Is that his name?
Yes. Yeah.
Him, he was a runner-up for most improved player of the year too, and he's been killing the Celtics in 4 games plus the fucking the one in the bubble too. It makes me nervous with that guy. And Jimmy Butler looks like a man on a mission too, but one of the best two-way players in basketball.
Just like your mother.
Doesn't play basketball, you dick.
No, but she plays with my balls.
Ooh, dribble in my mouth.
She lives in Florida. How does that work?
I have money. I
Oh,
fire.
Bill gets so stammered.
I don't care. You can make fun of my mom all you want. I don't give a
You're
fuck.
better than that, though. She lives in Florida. How does that work?
Yeah.
You know how it works.
Money.
Ray drags his limp ass dick all the way to Florida.
Hey,
Hey, that's the
see-
second one today, baby.
you can see the line in the Sandy shoulder all the way down 95.
Like a